start the distillery. I came to Becky as a 40-year-old with my midlife crisis coming on and deciding that I couldn't sit in a windowless cubicle anymore and work on PowerPoint charts. And so I told her I wanted to start a distillery, and her first thought was probably not fit to print. So it's definitely a difficult business. It's a very blue-collar business, so a lot of physical labor involved. It's very difficult, long hours, and so that's something that maybe a lot of people don't see coming into it right from the start. I think there's a romance sometimes that glosses over the fact that, you know, we are working here usually every day from about 6 a.m. till about 6 p.m. every day.
We also do brandies, and with brandies the starting point of the process is a wine. So we actually, several times a year, we will have wine or apple cider in here in order to make brandies. The distiller's beer process starts right there. That's our mash tank. So every day we will come in, we'll fill that with water, heat it up overnight. We come in the morning, add about 700 pounds of milled rye, and we spend the next several hours cooking that rye, breaking down the starches to make sugars, because the yeast eats the sugar to make the carbon dioxide and alcohol. Just like what you would do as a homeowner. And once we've finished turning those starches into sugars and added the yeast, then it's time to pump them into these tanks, which you saw us unloading from. When we pump them into the tanks, it's still very sweet tasting. After it's fermented for a week, then it'll be about 10% alcohol and ready to distill. At that point, we'll put them into the still, which is what you just saw, and then we will basically get ready to start the cycle again. And then we also have our 1757 Virginia brandy, which is made from grapes. This year's collaboration was with Terrera, and is actually this year's expression is a blend of Seyval Blanc and Champersin grapes, and it's really lovely.
These are dog biscuits that we make ourselves out of the spent rye mash. So after we're done with the rye, we bake these into little cookies.
Frank.
Yeah, Frank is so popular, he has his own Facebook page. Facebook.com/distillerydog. He's got, probably more followers than I have friends on Facebook. And he's a fun little mascot for the business.
Affectionately call our Whiskey Cow. And we have, it's a very popular event on weekends. Usually it's a Saturday morning, and we'll spend a couple hours bottling anywhere between 60 and 120 cases of whatever happens to be up for that day. Usually it's brownstone rye. And we take our bottles, we let people take turns running the cow, so we take the bottles and we push them up, at which point they fill with the whiskey automatically, and then we push them along. We will cork them. We'll put the capsules on, and we'll label them and prepare them for to go in the case.
Give a little whistle, and he might. Thanks for visiting Catoctin Creek Distillery. We're located right in downtown Percival on Main Street. Come on out and see us and take a tour, take a tasting, and take home a bottle.